Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Here is your tarot reading for the week ahead. As ever, take what's helpful, leave what isn't. Bit of guidance as to the energies you can expect next week. So get the messages to fit into your life rather than your life to fit around the messages. Of all the readings that I've done thus far, and I've done almost all of them, yours is certainly looking perhaps one of the most positive. The water signs in general, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, seem to be faring very, very well this week. Part of that reason being that we have this full moon in Leo, which is creating for a lot of people a bit of emotional tension. They're not quite sure how to navigate some of these difficult feelings, particularly born out of the fact that they want to be expansive and expressive and creative. But other planetary influences are meaning that there's a little bit of worry, there's a little bit of emotional dissonance going on. The fact that these water signs are the rulers of the emotional realm, you're able to circumnavigate and swim through these emotional tides much easier than most. I say this in part because you've got the Six of Swords, the Lord of Unsuccess, and the Page of Cups, and you can see in both there are those torrents, there are those tides, but both of these characters are rising above it. The Page of Cups is on solid land, and the Six of Swords is moving towards calmer waters. The Page of Cups for me is always the card of playfulness, of fun, of creativity, of imagination. It is very much the Piscean energy with the fish there. So it's almost here that you're going to be so far and beyond worldly concerns and worldly struggles and day-to-day issues. And sometimes that can lead to escapism and slightly having your head in the clouds. But here, that's really going to hold you in good stead because you're not going to take things too seriously. This again is something that I'm seeing with all the water signs of being able to kind of maybe looking on fellow people within the zodiac sign and thinking, why are you getting so upset? Why are you taking this perhaps a little too seriously? For Cancer and Scorpio, that has led to some degree of foolhardiness, of plunging into the deep end, perhaps unnecessarily, or more accurately said, having this sense of confidence that may get them into hot water. I don't see that with you, Pisces. It's really, really nice to see, and I want to really congratulate you on the fact that you're able to have this very grounded energy, as we see in the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So there is this pragmatism, you're being very practical, you're being very realistic. So there's this wonderful balance between having your feet on the ground but your head in the clouds. And it's nice because you're not going away with the fairies, but you're also not just thinking, oh, I've got this in the bag. It's really, really lovely to see. The other thing that's being brought to the fore across the board with these energies, the planetary energies that are going on at the moment, is a call for people to remember, what are they aiming for? What are they looking towards? This may be surprising given that we've only just had the turn of a year, and typically when there is the new year, a lot of people are setting New Year's resolutions. They are looking to the year ahead. They are making those plans. For me personally, I like to leave it a little bit of time. I almost allow that hibernation energy to dissipate. I allow that festivity energy just to wane a little bit, and then start to think, okay, what do I want to do? What do I want to achieve? Very recently, I sat down and wrote my 3 to 6 month plan, my 6 to 12 month plan, and then my year ahead plan in all aspects of my life. So work, relationships, the home, finances. And that gave me a really, really great sense of clarity. The reason I mention this is you have the King of Wands here too, which is all about that. He is the visionary. He is the leader. He is able to keep his eyes fixed on the prize. He is also very much connected with that Leo energy. So the fact that we have this full moon in Leo around this particular time shows that you're going to be able to use the best parts of that energy, of that creativity, of that leadership, of that visionary ability. It's really, really nice to see. And the fact that you have this balance between imagination and play and groundedness reassures you that whatever plans that you have for the future, whatever visions you have for the future, you've both got the kind of the expansiveness of your dreams, as Piscean energy is so great at, but also the practical steps, the structure, the order, the resourcefulness, as displayed by the Queen of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles, in order to get those things off the ground. This is the only reading that I have done thus far that doesn't have reversed cards within it. Reverse cards don't necessarily equate to bad energies by any means. Reverse cards usually just indicate too much of something or too little of something. But it has been interesting that for many readings that I've done this week, almost all the cards have turned up reverse. So people feeling this sense of struggle or feeling a little bit thrown around by these worldly winds. But for you, it's much more like tree, rooted, but being able to bend and sway with the events that are happening around you. There is a reminder here too of don't attach yourself to any drama. I don't think you will, but the Six of Swords is indicating that moving to calmer waters, not rocking the boat too much. Something I've been saying again to lots of the other star signs is ensure that you're not taking things too personally. I think you'll be a real exemplar for that this week, Pisces. It's really nice to see, even when people are perhaps acting a bit badly, they're saying things they don't mean, they're being a little bit more barbed in their expressions and what they're trying to say. I feel that you're just going to rise above it again and again and again. It's really a time not to take things too seriously, not to necessarily pull people up or challenge people on things, and just know, okay, in a week's time, they may very well come with their tail between their tucked between their legs, or this whole scenario will just have blown over, and actually we don't need to suggest it anymore. I remember reading something from the Dalai Lama that was saying, well, the time to talk about things is if they're playing on your mind, but you only need to talk about them once, or actually if it's a situation that in a week's time, in a month's time, you're not even going to think about again, then it's probably not best to bring up. And that slight discernment, that's that sense of sagacity is really, really well played out here. There's not too much I feel that I need to adjust for you this week. I would just say carry on. You're doing a great job. Remain centered, remain grounded, keep your vision, keep your eye on the prize, and these big dreams will come into reality. It's really, really, really lovely to see. There is just a tentativeness, a kind of delicateness around those around you because they perhaps are feeling a little bit chaotic, a bit more in flux, and the best thing we can do is recognize that and bring empathy to it. Be sure to check out your rising sign and your moon sign for a more in-depth reading. If you're not sure how to do that, check the pinned comment below and it'll give you instructions of how to do that for free. Please subscribe, hit the notification buttons, like, comment, do all of that wonderful things. Unsurprisingly, it takes a lot of energy and effort to put these videos together. I love doing them. I love sharing messages from the tarot, but it really helps if I'm seeing that engagement. It encourages me to come back week after week and do this kind of content. Of course, if you've got any comments, anything you'd like to see more of, any suggestions for the channel, again, put them in the comments below. But until next time, have a wonderful week. It looks great, so really, really enjoy it, and I shall see you then. Bye for now.